All right, just moments ago, the Office of Special Counsel issued a statement refuting the claims made in Buzzfeed's so-called bombshell report on the president. It has been breaking news all day, all over the media. They ran with it. If true, this is going to happen. Impeachment. This is happening almost every day or week now for 2 years. The first time, though, Mueller's office has publicly pushed back on a phony fake news published article, but it's just the latest in a long series of botched fake stories published by the hate Trump media. It's hurting the country. Joining us with more, national security strategist Dr. Sebastian Gorka, and on the phone, former U.S. Attorney Joe DiGenova. Joe, I'll start with you tonight. With your legal background, you have been very forceful in pointing out there is evidence and another narrative about the deep state. You use the term corrupt cops, crooked cops. They've ignored all of that. They've run with every false story. Your reaction to this, just the latest example?
Well, I was very proud that the president borrowed my phrase, dirty cop, the other day, and he honored me. But what you saw happen today with Bob Mueller issuing his statement is very simple. It's called the Barr effect, the Bill Barr effect. Because Bill Barr will be the Attorney General in a matter of days, Mueller was forced to issue this statement for this very simple reason. As soon as Bill Barr is sworn in, he will have a meeting with Mr. Mueller. He will get a full briefing on the status of all the investigations. And the first question Bill Barr was going to ask, was that story true that BuzzFeed published? And Mr. Mueller would say, no, it wasn't, Mr. Attorney General. And Bill Barr would have said, why didn't you refute it? And Mueller would have said, well, Mr. Attorney General, we don't do that. And Mr. Barr would have said, well, Mr. Mueller, you're fired.
You really believe? I know there are people that I know. I don't know Bill Barr. I don't know William Barr. I know what he wrote about the investigation earlier, but I also know that apparently his family and the Mueller family are friendly together, which is fine. But there are people like yourself that are showing such confidence in him. Why?
Because I've known Bill Barr for 30 years. He actually asked that I be appointed the independent counsel in the Clinton passport file search during the Daddy Bush administration, and I was appointed an independent counsel. Bill Barr is a man of great legal and ethical stature. I can assure you that the scenario that I just painted for you is exactly what would have happened, and it is exactly why Mueller issued his statement tonight. He knows that Bill Barr would be furious if he knew that Mueller knew a false story was out there and it was left unrefuted. You are now seeing what it means when a real attorney general shows up in town. This is the new sheriff. Wow.
What a powerful statement, Sebastian Gorka.
I can only back up Joe DiGenova. Bill Barr is a quiet professional, and I just spoke to somebody who worked with him at the DOJ. He is exactly the right man for the job. But with regards to this story today, Sean, it's incredibly important that we look at what the media did with it. That's the story. Not that BuzzFeed ran this garbage story, because we know BuzzFeed is the gutter press. The story is how the media lapped it up and used it for a day to call for the impeachment of the president. That's the story. Like Pavlovian dogs, they were given the bell and they reacted with their calls for impeachment. The end of the story is the following. Today at 7:30, the President of the United States was utterly vindicated. This is fake news. This is the state of the media. They are not independent. We don't have a free media, Sean. We have private sector propaganda, and today the president was vindicated.
I think there's going to be a lot more of that vindication. Dr. Gorka, Fox News contributor, by the way, thank you for being with us. We always love having you. Joe DiGenova, thank you. All right, when we come back, we actually want to deputize all of you in this audience. And we want to get your thoughts on all of this. We're going to tell you how in our final thoughts coming up straight ahead on tonight's Big Breaking News.